telling the glory of God, the firmament proclaims his handiwork day to day, pause for speech, and night to night declares knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, the first semi-final in the 2018 competition is what we present before you this afternoon. The contestants, 4 individuals, pursuant to the rules which regulate the affairs at this juncture of the exercise, only one of them would gain entry into the prestigious final. Which individual would qualify in this competition? Certainly, time will tell. The contestants are set. They are determined fellows. They know the rules which regulate the conduct of proceedings here. No need to spell out the rules. The contestants will introduce themselves.
Ajay Isaac, Menje Agri Senior High School, and a resident of Kichimai.
Solomon Boachi from the Brunga Afro region, now in Accra.
A native of Palehos and the Volta region, and a resident of Kagasonaka number 1 and Costco Shipping Tema, Jude Mausia Hall.
Salim Ahmed Salim, Wellembele, Upper West region.
Exactly a tough set, you understand? These are men of scholarship, men of distinction. They're all strong in their own individual ways, ladies and gentlemen. But which one of them would gain entry to the next round of the contest? Round 1, question 1. Isaac, you see, there are 5 pillars of Islam. We want to start on this easy note. 5 pillars of Islam. Declare one each for 3 points. 1.
Hajj.
Sorry?
Hajj.
The Hajj is correct. Thank you very much. Yes, someone.
Zakat.
What?
Zakat.
What is zakat?
The giving of alms to the poor.
Yes, charity is correct. Yes, Joda Holu.
Kalimat Shahada, professing one's faith.
Faith in God is correct. Salim.
Sound or fasting.
Or fasting is correct. Put your hands together. The Shahada, which is faith. Declaring your faith in God. Salah, which is prayer. The Zakat, which is charity. The Saum, fasting. And the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Now, for 3 points, listen to this one. Now, it is the study or collection of currency, including coins, tokens, paper money, and related objects. How is this study known?
Numismatic.
Sorry?
Numismatic.
Spell it. Spell it. If you don't spell, I will not give it to you. Because I don't.
Numismatic.
Spell it.
PNEUMATICS.
No, I don't think so. Solomon.
Numismatics.
Spell it.
NUMISMASTICS.
No.
Numismatics.
Spell.
NUMISMATICS.
This is correct. Numismatics. You understand? Numismatics. You see, it is an oral exercise. We're not writing. What you know, it's not a written exam. It's an oral test. And so we must hear you properly. We must know what you're talking about. Because certainly not PH something, you understand? Numismatics is NU. Now, listen, Jude. Now, the Falkland War ended with the Argentine surrender in 1982. How long did the war last?
For 74 days.
It was 74 days, thank you. It was 74 days. Now, for 3 points, Salim. Now, the Volta River is the source of water for the power, the tanks, the turbines, for the generation of electricity. Identify the 3 main tributaries that feed water into the Volta. The 3 main tributaries.
The Oti, the Pra, and the Ankobra.
I disagree.
The Oti, the Pra, and the Densu.
I disagree again. Isaac.
White Volta, OT, and the black voter.
The white voter, OT, and the black voter. That's correct. Thank you. Yes, now, the biological name, of course, the biological names for all parts of the human body. What is the biological name for the kneecap? The knee, your knee, the cap, the kneecap. What is the biological name for the kneecap?
Pass.
Solomon, you ready?
Patella.
Sorry?
Patella.
The patella is correct. The patella is correct. Now, for 3 points, Solomon. Solomon. Now, Akosombo is synonymous with the Volta River Authority, the institution that is in charge of electricity generation in Ghana. Now, there is an original name which later became corrupted as Akosombo. What is this original name? Akosombo. What was its original name which subsequently got corrupted into Akosombo?
Ankosombo.
No. Jude.
In Consombo.
In Consombo is correct. Thank you. In Consombo. In Consombo. Now, Jude, listen. Now, which snake is this? It is the largest snake of tropical South America. Normally, it has an olive green body and is covered with large, round, black spots.
Anaconda.
Anaconda. Anaconda is correct. Now, for 3 points, now, is it Salim? Salim. Now, Margaret Thatcher, one of Britain's greatest post-war prime ministers, died on Monday, the 8th of April 2013 in London. Where was Margaret Thatcher born?
Hinckley.
No, the name of the town where Margaret Thatcher was born.
South London.
Oh, yes, Asgade.
Salisbury.
Salisbury. Where? In England. There's a song. Solomon?
Atlanta, Georgia.
No. John?
Wessex.
No. 13th October 1925 was the date in Grantham. Grantham. Now, for 3 points, Salim. Now, who did Margaret Thatcher?
James Callaghan.
How do you know this? Put your hands together. Margaret Thatcher, of course, succeeded James Callaghan. Now, for 3 points, Isaac. Now, listen. Now, psychoanalysis, it is a method of treating mental disorders by repeatedly interviewing a person in order to make him aware of experiences in his early life and trace the connection between them and his present behavior. You ask questions to see how they link, how they are related. How would you call the person being psychoanalyzed if the practitioner of psychoanalysis is a psychoanalyst? You understand? How would you call the one who is being questioned if the questioner, the quizmaster, if the practitioner of psychoanalysis is called a psychoanalyst, then the one being asked questions, how would you call it?
Psychoanalyst.
What did you call the one interviewing him and I saw, as you normally find in legal language, in law. It is not an analysis. Someone?
Psychoanalytic.
No? Joe?
Psycholactic.
No? Salim?
Psychopath.
No? Oh, a psychopath. He would be an analysant. Analysand. 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 The one who's been questioned is the analysand. Analysand. Now, for 3 points, Isaac is still with you. Now, Isaac, which musical instrument is this? It is an instrument of ancient and medieval times. It is played by plucking strings that are stretched over a board. Which instrument?
The question again.
Musical instrument played by plucking the strings spread or stretched over a board.
Piano.
What do you call it? Strings? Plucking strings. You pluck strings on the piano. You pluck strings on the piano. You pluck the strings. Those strings are stretched over a board. So,
Banjo.
planted.
Banjo.
John.
A lute.
Yes, Salim.
Either accordion.
No, but if you read the Bible, you'll find this. I think David was playing it or something.
The harp.
Yes, the psaltery. No, the psaltery. The psaltery. PSALTERY. The psaltery. The psaltery. Now, for 3 points. Again. Now, listen. Now, the Commonwealth of Nations, formerly the British Commonwealth, is an intergovernmental organization of states that are mostly territories of former British Empire. On October 3, 2013, a country withdrew from the Commonwealth. Which country?
Zimbabwe.
No. Oh, Solomon. Commonwealth. Hollow.
India.
No. Salim.
Pakistan.
The Gambia. Isaac, I think this should be the last question in this round. Arnold Smith was the first Secretary General of the Commonwealth. What is his nationality? His nationality.
Britain.
Look, sir.
India.
I'm afraid. Solomon.
Say the name again.
Arnold Smith was the first Secretary General of the Commonwealth. Where did he come from?
America.
He did not hail from America. He did not come from America. Good. Salim. Sorry?
Canada.
He was a Canadian. He was a Canadian. I think this is an appropriate juncture for us to draw the curtain on this round of the competition, the first round of the contest. I must indicate that this is the first of the semifinals, which will enable the contestants, graduate to the next and most prestigious level, namely the final, with one of them would gain entry into this celestial realm. Time, settler will tell. End of round 1, and to my scoremaster.
This and every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. live on GTV Sports Plus. As it goes on live on Sports. On Sports Life, the only tracker sports show that tracks the sports world. GTV Sports Plus with the legends in here.
Join my able panelists and I as we speak to weightier issues from all quarters of the professional ladder, share our journalistic experiences, and offer insight beyond what is reported. All on one magazine platform, the Reporters Roundtable.
Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, GBC 24. Watch a repeat on GBC 24 on Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. and on on Tuesdays on Ghana Television from 3 to 5 p.m.
The reporters
At the end of the first round, Isaac Ajay has 4 points. Solomon Boachi has 4 points. Salim Ahmed Salim has 6 points. Jude Aholu has 12 points.
Jude Aholu, yes, he is prominent at the juncture of the exercise. Let's see what happens in this round of competition. Very quickly, we're pursuing this with some alacrity and speed. Round 2, question 1. Now, Jude Aholu, you were still there. Now, this is current affairs. The BBC World News Comlat Dumont Award was established to give honor to Comlat Dumont, as you know, a presenter of BBC World News who departed to the church triumphant at the age of 41. Now, the first award, recorded about 200 entries, from which a winner, of course, emerged. Who won the first award? Who won the first award? Who is the first winner? What's the name of the person to win the Comlat Dumont Award? I think it's very recent.
Sarah
Dumont. Maybe a relative of Comlat. Sorry, this one is a bomb.
First one.
It's a rare. So quickly, again, you know it.
Ako Banase. Ako Banase.
Who's Ako Banase? Someone.
Lester Holt.
Nancy Nakunjira. Nancy Nakunjira. Huh? Now, sorry. Oh, sorry. Kakunjira. Kakunjira. You understand? I will not answer this question because I know where she comes from. Huh? But on that scoring basis, I'm not going to perform that question yet. Because, even from the note, you'll be able to deduce where the person comes from. On that scoring basis, Jude, where do you think she comes
She
from?
might be from Uganda, Kenya or Uganda.
You see? Honestly, she comes from Uganda. Thank you very much for your work. In any case, this one comes to you. Listen. The United States, more than 7 decades ago, dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the final stages of the Second World War. Now, this atomic bomb, the equivalent of 20,000 tons of TNT, flattened the city. It killed thousands, tens of thousands of civilians. At 2:45 a.m. on Monday, 6th of August, 1945, the bomber took off from Tinian, a North Pacific island in the Marianas, 1,500 miles south of Japan. How is this bomber known? How is this bomber known?
The Marina.
No, the Marina. Salim.
Little boy.
No, Little Boy relates to another area of violence, another area.
Fat man.
Fat Man also is somewhere over there. Fat Man and Little Boy, they both do not find any place, any location, any space in this locality. Yes, Isaac.
Pass.
It's a pass. Isaac, Solomon, you started it. It is known as the B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay. B-29 bomber, the Hiroshima bomb. B-29 bomber, or the Enola Gay. B-29 bomber, or the Enola. Again, you see, acid is a chemical substance with particular chemical properties, including turning litmus red, neutralizing alkalis, and dissolving some metals. Typically, a corrosive or sour tasting liquid of this kind Name the acid which was first prepared from distilled red ants.
Looks like formic acid.
Formic acid is correct. Formic acid is correct. Now, for 3 points, Salim. Now, you name the world heavyweight boxer who defended his title twice on the same night in 1906. That this certainly would. It's a bomber. It's a B-29. It's a B-29.
Jack Johnson.
Not Jack Johnson. It's terrible. The man fought all his rounds, won a title, and then was called back into a ring.
Johnson Dempsey.
Yes, all these names are prominent in the world of boxing, but I'm afraid we do not work to righteousness in this category. Yes. Isaac. Yes, someone.
Tommy Benz.
No, Jude.
Thomas Benz.
Sorry, who said Benz? Oh, Solomon, for 1 point I'll allow you. Solomon. Now, 1 point, Solomon. Solomon. Now, you see, in the English language, the structure of English language, what is an anagram? What is an anagram?
Say the spelling.
A-N-A-G-R-A-M. Anagram.
The arrangement of letters in a specific order.
Look, my friend. Yes, Oulu.
It is an arrangement of a diagram used for analysis.
In English, diagram. There are diagrams in English language. Salim.
Pass it on.
Salim. Isaac.
It is a diagram that shows.
No, but I spoke about this, and I think what you're doing is ungodly. There can't be diagrams in English. Yes. So you see, it's a word, phrase, or sentence which is formed by changing the order of the letters of that phrase, sentence, or word. You understand? For example, you have what? Owl. Huh? If you change the arrangement of the words of the letters, you have what? Low. Huh? Owl can be low. Salim could be Misam or something. You understand? So changing